I graduated from high school, at the time I was working as a carpenter's helper. Going to the college was a bit of kind of like a rite of passage.
I had my child, and that is what made me decide to go back to school.
I'm actually currently in taking electrical.
I got my MBA, but it was after the market had crashed. I had that, a $30,000 debt in my early 20s.
Yeah, these suck.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic.
This is me. That's actually kind of like, I'm probably going to be in debt for the rest of my life.
And when I went, it didn't cost me anything. One government agency picked up the food and the board, and the other government agency picked up the tuition. Within 5 years, I was looking at buying a house for myself.
My generation and generations before, it wasn't such a serious issue. Now it just seems that all of the students these days they've got 100 things on their plate. Certain fields are promoted more than others, making students channel into certain paths that maybe is not for them.
I'm fearful for students coming into the system now. They don't feel like they have a lot of choices. Having to carry double the debt load from when I was a student is just mind-boggling.
I think about it every day. It makes me worried about whether I'm going to be able to own a house or have a kid and be able to provide properly for that child.
The cuts to education, it's keeping people stuck.
I'm at the point now where I wanted a house and a yard, and I have decided that I'm probably never going to own that. Not being able to put my kids into anything like soccer or that kind of stuff because I can't afford it.
Being able to show good work ethic, but not being able to support yourself, that's it kind of eats away at your soul.
Since 2001, the BC government has consistently underfunded post-secondary programs and compromised the quality of advanced education in our province. After adjusting for inflation, public funding per student at institutes, colleges, and universities in BC has fallen by 20%. This burden has been passed on to students and their families through increased user fees and record levels of debt. Now, our government is meeting behind closed doors and continuing to tamper with the system. Their latest plan would limit opportunities for students, cut access to skills upgrading, and undermine the integrity of programs offered. Instead of making education a priority in this province, our government is handing out corporate tax cuts, raising executive bonuses, and increasing fees, while telling us that they're broke. But guess what? We're not broke. Since 1983, BC's resource-rich economy has more than doubled in size, even after accounting for inflation and population growth. The latest provincial budget surplus shows that we can afford to invest in post-secondary education. We have the money, we just need to get our priorities straight. When it comes to education, we can't afford to be second best in any area. So let's invest in an education system that is truly advanced and ensures that we're ready for whatever the future might bring.
From the kindergarten up to post-secondary, public education is underfunded.
I think having a diversity of programs is a very excellent idea.
I don't want to be fed. I don't want to have everything given to me. Just reducing a little bit.
What I'd like to see is a dedication to supporting our natural resource of our young people.
We can support each other. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I don't believe just talking about it is going to do much.
The 99% of the people need to stand up and say enough is enough.
You don't do it now, when are you ever going to do it then?
Put our foot down, because that's the only way that I believe that the government will listen.
Post-secondary is where we come together to imagine, draft, test, and build for the future. Post-secondary is the birthplace of possibility. We're working together to make sure that our students have options and choices that make sense, that we have the knowledge, tools, and training to be the best, and that our education system is second to none. It's time to restore full funding to post-secondary education. We're the people who work and teach at British Columbia's institutes, colleges, and universities. Join us at openthedoors.ca.